morning and welcome to the Connections pre-show. My name is Layla.
And I'm Andy.
Do you smell today?
I don't know. I heard something in my ears. Somebody
a birdie just told me that you were stinky.
Yeah. Smell great. Smell like cookies.
Speaking of things being smelly and terrible, the snow.
Oh,
it doesn't smell unless it got peed on by a squirrel. Who's probably just as angry as I am. When I opened my curtains and I was like,
and it was it was slippery on the way in today. The road was a little slick. So I was like, hopefully
be careful if you're heading in.
Yep.
Or if you're in bed because it snowed and the time changed,
it's like,
get it.
Yeah, it's like
totally
a double whammy.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, as always, I'd like to direct you to our QR code, whether you're first time, long time. That's our digital connections card, and we'd love to hear from you. We will not inundate you with anything more than you ask.
Unless you were joining us for the first time, second, third time.
And we have a gift for you.
Yes, we do like to inundate you with something special. So we definitely encourage you to scan that QR code so that we can formally welcome you here to Connections.
Agreed. So, hey, how was your week?
It's been a pretty good week. We've been dealing with, sick kids. We were talking about that. So many people have gross germs now.
There's a lot of sickness going around. Like everybody I hear, people are like, our family's down for the count. And I'm like, hopefully everybody feels better. Stay away from me. Yeah.
So if you're tuning in online, especially because you don't want to come in and share germs, one, we appreciate that. But two, we are praying for a quick recovery.
Yes.
And otherwise, that's like the only thing I can think of for my week.
Okay. Why don't we do a joke real quick?
Okay.
Then we'll jump into how our weeks ended, because yesterday was a pretty big event here at church for both men and women.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that, then we'll get into our stuff we got to talk about. But go ahead, give me a joke. Because then I've got one from you.
Okay, hold on.
Or I got one for you, I should say. I want to end with mine.
So it's like whose joke is better kind of thing?
It's probably yours, but it's okay.
Okay, this one's kind of special for you.
Okay.
It's superhero. Is he a superhero? I don't even know what he is.
I'll let you know.
Okay, it's about the Hulk.
Okay, yeah, Hulk superhero.
Did you hear that the Hulk has started recycling?
No.
He's really going green. Pretty bad.
All right, I've got one from you.
Okay.
And this is from my good friend, Blake Woolheis.
Ooh, this is going to be really good then.
Why did the fish cross the ocean?
Oh, man.
Take a wild guess. To get to the other tide.
Oh, Blakey!
it was great too, because
so good.
When he told me, he was sitting in his seat and he was like, Andy, why did the fish cross the ocean? And I was like, why? And I saw his face. He goes, to get to the other side.
Oh my gosh.
Tide. And it's just the way he said it. It was so funny.
Tearing up a little bit. I'm so proud of our kids in this generation when they lean into those amazing dad jokes. They're making a comeback.
They are making a comeback.
Somehow, our generation, they're like, well,
Well, that's because that's all our kids hear are terrible jokes from us. So they're like, I guess those are the jokes now.
Yes.
So anyway,
proud.
So yes, glad that you liked it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and yours was actually pretty good too, because it was superhero themed. And pretty funny, because the Hulk can get green.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had an awesome day here yesterday. There was a men's breakfast, which I heard, because I unfortunately wasn't able to make it. I had other things to do in the morning, but I heard there was over 50 men that showed up for breakfast and fellowship and talking about God and Jesus. So that's awesome. So we thank you all for coming, and keep your eye on our social medias for when the next event in the next few months, whenever that may be, will be announced. Now, on to the granddaddy of them all events that happened yesterday. How was the cookie decorating?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It was fun. It was a lot better than I anticipated, because when I think we talked about it the past few pre-shows, is that the pictures of the cookies looked so beautiful and perfect, and
you're like, how can I even come close to
I can barely frost a cookie, let alone decorate it, and it looks like something like Christmas cookies. I'm like, this is a snowman.
It's supposed to be a tree, but look, it's a big green thing. It's a booger.
Yep, that is exactly what happened.
That's mine too.
So anyway, it was so great.
I'm looking at some pretty interesting decorated cookies here.
Yes.
Which one are you going to show? You going to show the bird?
Yes,
I think the bird looks great.
I love the bird, especially its little legs. I'm so proud of. I don't know why. You can't really see the detail, but
it's very. Ooh, hold it down. That's tough for you to see, but anyway.
Yeah, the light.
These are amazingly decorated.
Yeah, they're so sweet.
What type of tools did they have? Do they have different tools for you to use, or do you just?
Yeah.
How'd that work?
It was really different mechanisms of your piping bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we
So
learned
wait, there's
to,
more than one piping bag?
yeah, because there were different color
Oh,
frostings.
well, duh. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then you just got to practice a little bit before of like drawing lines, and there's techniques to it. I was very like shaky, so I'm like, this is so scary. But I got better at it, and I got more comfortable. But yeah, there's
Look at
like
that. These are amazing.
yeah, and then you can like. I love the part where you got to fill in the space after you outlined it.
Oh, the big space? Okay,
yeah. I already forgot the terms I'd be making the gal probably disappointed. But it was so fun.
So
And
it's basically like coloring where you outline it and then you
Yes.
fill the inside and then
Yep.
because I've seen some like Instagram videos of people decorating cakes or
Yeah.
I've liked them and then my Instagram feed was flooded with like decorating and they take a little thing and like it looks like it's kind of big and or just like a gelatinous cute and then they like do something and it
Yeah, there's-
like softens it all out.
there was like a couple different tools. One which was like kind of like a needle. Gosh. Don't remember any of the
Wow,
proper
this is
names.
great.
There was this thingy on this
There was
thingy,
this thingy, I put it in
and
the
then I
thing.
did this and I did this. But you could kind of drag the frosting
Awesome.
into different designs, like
Cool.
on the butterfly.
Yeah,
that's Angie's butterfly.
If
yeah,
you look, there
can
was a
see
good
the-
picture on our socials yesterday and I'm sure we can ask our social media guru to post some other ones.
Yeah, maybe she can put the right terminology.
Cool.
I'm like, we did stuff and it was good.
Good. All right. Should we take a bite of one of these?
Yes. I don't
Just
know.
trying out.
I'm not sure.
You want to eat the house because you like the bird's
I like
feet?
the bird so much. I'm going to preserve
Actually,
it for
I'm going
life.
to preserve that too. You know what? I'll take a bite of
Okay,
Angie's bird.
here's my little house.
Actually,
so cute.
yeah. All right.
'Kay,
Cheers.
ready?
Dink it and sink it.
Very good.
Ooh.
I kept licking all the frosting.
Those are
off
good. Wow, they're really good cookies. Cool. Frosting's good
So
too.
yeah, women's events. Definitely stay, like you said earlier, with the men's events. Keep watching our social media for upcoming women's events.
Yep.
They're so fun.
Yes. And we have an event tonight here at Connections for our volunteers. It is a volunteer vision night. That is tonight, March 10th at 7 o'clock p.m. And all of our various pastors and people in charge of a different group of church ministries are going to cast a vision for where things are going and what different groups will be doing. So we would love for everybody to show up. It is open to all volunteers. Even if you register today, you can show up later at 7 o'clock. Dinner will be provided. All right. Well, hey, the reason we have volunteers is because we have such an awesome big church family, and you've heard from us. I want to hear from them. So we're going to turn over to Lexy, and I'm sure she's got a really fun question for us today. Take it over, Lex.
Good morning, Connections. I do have a fun question today. Some people might find this question fun. Some people might not find this question fun. But we are in a new series here at Connections all about worship. So my question for our church family today is, what is your favorite form of worship outside of church? So let's go hear some answers. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, my question for you today is, what is your favorite form of worship outside of church?
Listening to worship music at home.
Good answer. I love it. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, let's keep going. Ooh, I got one. Good morning. I have a good question today. It goes along with our new sermon here, our new series.
What's the question?
What's your favorite form of worship outside of church?
Outside of church?
Yeah.
Being outside in nature and just looking at everything that God made and thanking Him for all of that, because it's just exciting to see, especially now with spring and my crocuses are blooming.
I love that answer. That might be one of my favorite answers of the morning. Thanks for sharing. Oh, I love it. All right, let's keep going. We're going to come over to these lovely little ladies. Good morning. Good morning. My question for you ladies today is, what is your favorite form of worship outside of church?
I don't probably do living the life what Jesus would live, like being kind to others and following what He wants me to do.
Being kind to others. I love it. What about you?
Same answer.
I'm surprised you didn't say music.
Okay, well, I guess yeah, worship. We have our little jam sessions sometimes.
What do you mean, jam sessions?
Well, we pretty much blast it on my speaker and we sing like gratitude for like an hour straight.
I love that. That's a great answer. Cool. Thanks for sharing, ladies. All right, let's go ask one more person. Gentlemen, my question for you guys today is, what is your favorite form of worship outside of church?
Ooh, my favorite form of worship? I just like having a lot of fun up there and just
Outside of church.
outside of church. Oh, outside of church. I don't know. I still like listening to a lot of the music that we listen to, kind of just jamming out in my car. That's pretty fun.
Right on. Good answer. What about you?
I play my drums at home, so that like here and there, it's the same hype energy on stage as it is at home. Only maybe a little bit more at home because I'm by myself and I'm going for it. But it's still music.
I love it. Thanks for sharing, guys. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Andy and Layla. You two, what are your favorite forms of worship?
I think your form of worship is eating cookies.
Snacking.
Snacking.
What's yours?
One, I loved the answer earlier about like nature because I was thinking
Oh, yeah.
something similar of like something about like sunrises and sunsets and just like God's obviously like outdoor beauty or whatnot. But
God's like paintbrush out there? Yeah.
I also think too, when you have those moments when you're talking to somebody and you know it's like an intentional conversation,
yeah.
and just I had one of those this week with a coworker, and it was like a goosebump moment, and I was just very grateful. And in that time, like after I had the conversation with my teammate, I was just, doing my own form of worship to God of like, man, that was amazing. Like, thank you. Like this is why I like going to work for those moments. So, what about you?
I like serving. Like I like helping people.
Ooh, good
Like
answer.
when somebody needs something, like I like helping. I like being there.
Yeah.
Especially if it involves knocking something down or demo. Really good at that. So if you need help, reach out for me for that. I'll be helping with that. Putting it back, not so much. But yes, Hulk Green. Anyway.
Hulk Green.
All right. We have a pretty special event here coming up again.
Yeah.
March 31st is Easter this year. And Layla, how many services are we having this year? Not
full-
one.
Not one.
Not two.
Not just two. Not just three. But four. Four.
Four. That's how the kids say it. 4 services.
Yes, and those times are at 8, 9:10, 10:20, and 11:30. And I believe we will be doing the live stream. Oh, thank you. We do have a bullet for that.
For the 9.
For the 9:10 service. So that's
Yes.
when you can catch Andy and I, and then obviously watch the service online, and then post show.
And if you saw that, the 9:10 service, it's going to be an extended, much like we did last year,
Oh, yeah,
pre-show.
that's
So it's going to be a little bit
right.
longer, so you get to hang out with us before the service for a little bit more.
Yes.
So, and we have something great coming up too. Our Next Step class sign-up is open. So the Next Step is designed to help you find your next step in connecting to God, others, and your purpose. And when you're new here, or if you've been coming for a while, and you're feeling that prompting to take the next step, or there's like, maybe there's something I need to do, reach out to our pastors on staff and see if it's the right class for you. This starts April 14th, and it is a 3-week class right here, Sunday mornings, 10:45 to 12:15. So it's a decent time. You get to learn about connections, learn about partnering with us, and everything else like that. So sign up is open right now on the events tab on our website or the church app. So
Yes.
make sure you sign up for that.
Yes. I've
And-
heard so many great things about
Oh,
that for
me
people
too.
that have attended.
Mhm.
So
It's going to be
highly
wonderful.
recommend it.
And CYM Summer Retreat. Last year was an absolute blast. Unfortunately, with work schedule, I could only go after work. Thankfully, it's right up the road. It's at an awesome camp called Miracle Camp. And this year, it is going to be from Monday, July 15th, through Thursday, July 18th. Camp is open for all students who have completed 6th grade through 12th grade. So that means if you've graduated from 12th grade and you still want to come this year, you can, because you're still part of our youth group and you will never be able to leave. The early bird registration is open, and the cost is $230, but that includes all of your meals and even more stuff than what we were able to do last year at camp. And Josh's mentor, Mike, is going to come down, and he's going to lead our ministry for us and lead a cool series for the kids to learn about. So
Yeah, and just chiming in here, my daughter went to this camp last summer, her first camp.
Life-changing.
Life-changing. Like, she came out a different kid.
Yep.
So not to say that that's what will happen,
Right.
but a young adult will have so much fun, and it will just be a core memory. I don't know how else to explain
I know.
it.
I'm
And she would
sure
say the
you'll be
same
getting
thing.
that text or call again. Mom, can we have
Yes.
pizza? And you'll bring
you might be
pizza
getting
at like
pizza
9
from the
o'clock.
Wagners.
It was awesome. I was like, we get pizza at 9 o'clock at night? It was great.
Yes.
And some of the kids got baptized last year, and there's talk a lot of them want to do that again this year. So if
baptize
you have a
in the
kiddo who
lake.
wants to
cool.
go to camp and wants to do that, please reach out to Josh Ritchie, our youth pastor. He can get you all of that information and keep in touch with you regarding that. It's going to be an amazing time. Again, that's Monday, July 15th through July 18th.
Yes.
Okay. Basically, today's message is all about worshiping and giving back. So, what we would normally talk about, giving of your time and everything else, I'm going to let them do that. And right now, our band is going to rock our socks off. Hope you guys have a wizard week.
Bye, everyone.